This is Dave the Professor and PT Jen with the newly rebranded PT and the Professor podcast and YouTube channel. Jen. Not that I'm a little upset. Peeved. Let's go with peeved. But someone went to New York earlier this week and someone was left in Indiana. Someone was on the red carpet with famous movie stars and a big movie premiere, and someone didn't get that invite. I always thought you would leave me behind, and I wonder if this is that moment.
Well, first off, I didn't have a +1 because I was the +1 for my dear sweet twin sister, Rachel Smith, who does, she's an entertainment news anchor out of Vegas. And, she had done Odyssey the week before in New York. And so she was going to just do it on Zoom. But she said, well, you want to come with me to New York and do the press for the Dink movie. And so, of course, fun trip to New York. And it wasn't a red carpet. But it was a really fun press event. Actually, most pickleball movies are super cheesy. This is produced by Ben Stiller. It's going to be good. I mean, Dodgeball, you've got Mary Steenburgen and Jack Johnson. It actually was hilarious. The cameos with Roddick and McEnroe were really fun. So it's a really heartfelt, really funny movie. And it was, it was
Wait,
fun.
You actually saw the movie already?
Yeah, of course.
Well, what?
How can we interview the actors?
I just thought you were doing
watch
the
the
press.
movie. Huh?
I just thought you were doing the press.
Well, yeah.
You actually got to see it?
Like, didn't you have to read the book of your guest? You have to watch the movie? Yeah, and there was interviews with them and stuff.
I actually did read the book, and so we'll get to that in a little bit. In fact, enough about how you left me behind. I would like to bring on a guest we've been trying to get on for years. She really needs no introduction, but she's the #1 senior pro player, social media rock star, author mentioned before, teacher, so many things.
Co-founder of Game Changer, which is going to be the largest platform academy.
Thanks so much for interrupting me to say that, to take all my momentum away from me. Anyway, it's Lee Whitwell, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
She's in the league this year, finally. It's about damn time.
Oh, exactly. So, Lee, we'll get to your book. I'm a little jealous. I've been talking about this need for third spaces in my classroom even before COVID. We'll get to your social media. You're funny as hell, your career, the Game Changers platform. But now you're with us in the league. MLP champions. But here is my specific question. What do you think about playing on a team with Dave Weinbach and Scott Moore?
Let's just start out with the hard questions,
Exactly.
right?
I'm going to get popcorn.
You're going to get popcorn? I think you might need a little stiffer drink for this one. No, I think Weinbach and I are going to have incredible banter on the court. I think it's going to be fun. There's definitely going to be a lot of chirping between us. Hopefully across the net, not to each other. But you never know. Hey, look, Scott Moore, his record speaks for himself. So I get to have him as a teammate, and let's see how he behaves. I know I already said publicly that he better be working his footwork and not his dance moves. So let's see if he takes that to heart.
I mean, he's a good dancer.
He's a good dancer. He and his wife are amazing, country award-winning.
I mean, yeah, but can you imagine if he moved his feet like that on the court?
Yeah.
He'd be amazing.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
I know. Where'd you go from here? It's after Hall of Fame, you should probably retire. There's nowhere else to go.
You're in good company on that. The Arizona, it's the Phoenix Firebirds, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Well, welcome. It's going to be fun.
Welcome to the league.
Thank you.
Jen usually limits our guests to a life biography for 1 minute, but I think for you, she's going to give you 2 minutes.
3. I said 3.
What? 3?
Lee, he's so rude. You just take as long as you want.
Dear diary. You want my whole life biography?
The 2-minute version.
I was born on a rock.
Gibraltar, right?
Yeah.
Literally born on a rock. I mean, in a hospital on a rock.
How cool is that?
There's not many of us, 30,000 of us, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I grew up in Gibraltar. I had the most idyllic, upbringing, and then left. Did my last 2 years of high school in England, then came to America, played tennis, did all that, then played on tour for a bit, did that, then worked in resorts, ran resorts for a hot minute, and then fell into pickleball when I moved to Bend, Oregon, and was bribed into playing pickleball by a friend of mine. So she's completely responsible for everything that I've done in the last 8 years.
Wow.
How did that
Because
bribe go? Like,
you know, everyone has a price. I always knew I had a price, right? I'm like, you wanna pay me off as an expert witness? There's a number there that you can give me. I'm like, yeah, whatever you need, I got you, right? My price for pickleball is $19.95.
Sweet.
Oh,
Less than
good
20
deal.
bucks.
It was a case
Wait.
of Coors Light.
that's all it'll take for to be a partner?
That is what she bribed me with, and I'm like, sure, I'm in. And I'm like, it was that easy. I'm like, wow. I
Damn.
just sold myself out. I didn't realize I was so cheap, but it paid off.
Did you like it right away? I mean, we're like, that's it. I like it better.
You know, actually, it's funny you say that. It was just, I didn't know the rules. Played a tournament, and you know, had a blast. We ended up winning. I don't know how, but what struck me was, first of all, coming from tennis, right? You're like, you play a match and you're done. And you're like, okay, see you tomorrow. And she's like, where are you going? I'm like, well, we're playing tomorrow, right? Next round. She's like, no, it's all done in a day. I'm like, this is weird. Okay, I guess we're playing again. So that concept was interesting, right? Especially coming from the tennis one and done world, you play a match in the day and then you come back the next day. So, but more importantly, what struck me was seeing all the 10 by 10 tents and camping chairs and coolers and tables and what people had pitched around the pickleball courts. And I was like, what is happening here? Who are these people? What are they doing? And it was very much the sense of community that really drew me into pickleball. It was, wow, these people play hard and then hang out together. And it was really, really cool to see, because as adults, we have not had that in our whole adult life. The last time I think we hung out was in college. And once we leave college and we start working, we're told we can't play anymore because we have to adult.
Right.
So to me, seeing adults out there on the court having fun, playing, and creating this third space of community and belonging was fascinating. And that's honestly what drew me in. It wasn't necessarily the competition side of things, even though that, you know, being a competitor your whole life, when you got an opportunity to compete again, you'll sink your teeth into it. But that was secondary. To me, it was what was being created for adults in a moment in time where we, sadly, none of us realized how much those third spaces had disappeared from our lives. And this brought it back full force.
Right. Well, this is really the thesis of your book, right? We need, even as adults, we need this third space, work, home, and we've lost some of the traditional ones. And the pickleball court has filled that void that we so desperately need, right? So did you notice that right away about pickleball?
Yes, I mean, it was definitely the factor of like, wow, this sport is something special beyond the competition, right? It was more about the hanging out, the people, the gathering, the laughter, you know, it's like, well, yes, you see childlike behavior on the court. I think as adults, we're learning how to play again. Some of us are failing, but more than that, it was this sense of belonging, right? And then the basic human Maslow's hierarchical needs, the basic one is to belong. And pickleball has given us that space to belong. And this sport, I think, has created that for so many people. And then what's fascinating to me is what's come out of that, right? It's the coffee groups, the happy hours, the chats, the this, the that, the dinners, you know, you open your phone and you're like, I have more people in my phone with first or last name pickleball than I have friends in my, you know, it's like, how do I have 500 people with first or last name pickleball in my phone? Right? That's shocking as an adult. Our circles, we're told, get smaller, and pickleball has made them bigger and richer and truer, I think.
Right. Well, people often say pickleball exploded because it's easy, inexpensive, it's good exercise, and all those are true, but you're really saying that it gives kind of adults the place where you're accepted. You talk a lot about acceptance and connected. You use another kind of psychological buzzword again. And so, you know, this has really been everything.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I mean, it was pretty much the genesis for Angela and I creating Game Changer events, right? We were looking at the 40+ women and going, you know, we live in the most connected world technologically ever, yet we are the most disconnected, right? We spend more time looking at our screens than eye contact. We spend more time, I have I know what the barista at the local coffee shop, what their day is like more than I know what my family's day is like. It's like we're so disconnected in the wrong ways. And I think that pickleball sort of bringing it back. And to me, like growing up in Gibraltar, it was 3.5 square miles. I mean, that is my third space.
Right.
It's like you grow up with community and family and everything, right? It's like you go downtown and it takes you an hour to walk from one end of town to the other because you know everybody and they stop you and you talk. And ever since I moved to the States, I've been missing that. And I think pickleball gave me a glimpse of that and a glimmer of hope that I can get that back when I'm not home, right? In Gibraltar. So to me, it's magical what it's done. And it's been that sort of equalizer, right? You never know who's on the court next to you. It's from like the last time we were around a diverse cross section of people was probably college, right?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
And even that was pretty much horizontal because it was all similar age range. Pickleball's brought in the vertical axes of age as well. So you've got multi-generational now families and grandparents playing with grandkids, parent, child, you know, and it's helping, I think, communication and getting us speaking again in a world where we're so locked into our phone. And I think we're not done with this third space in pickleball because to me, the next third space that we need to create is we've got to develop that pathway for the kids because the kids are lacking. They don't have the luxury of the childhood that we had. They don't have commercials coming on late at night asking the adults, do you know where your children are? You know, streetlights are not it's not the alarm clock to come home anymore. These kids aren't going outside. They're on computers, they're on screens. Their world is so technologically small. And we need, you know, I think this pickleball can help be this third space for them to learn to play fair in the sandbox, to have these communication skills, not talking about club volleyball, club, you know, travel teams for soccer, this is for recreation, because let's face it, the travel teams is 1% of the demographic. Let's get into the recreational space, and I think we need to build it for the next generation or future generations that are coming up underneath us.
And you have a good point about travel sports. It's, you know, I have 3 kids that are all different athletic ability, and those kids that don't make a sport and then they just at 3 o'clock come home and get on their phones and they're lonely and disconnected, like you said. And if they could just go to a $5 drop in, you know, travel sports are expensive. Right. And if they could just go to the park or go to the high school or go to the club, and it's like even clubs now are doing a $5 drop in for high school for that 3 to 5 space. Right. Where that kid is lonely, that's not on the team. And now he's home, parents are working or whatever, and just sits on, you know, doom scrolls or just bed rot, just like but they don't like make friends. And even the younger group, I've heard the 20 somethings they're not on dating apps anymore because they just go to the pickle park and they have like team reaches and they're like, oh, I have a Sunday afternoon group. And then we go watch the game or going to watch the World Cup. So this leads to now, do you guys want to go do this? I mean, I even got 2 years ago, I told my husband, it's so funny. I'm like, I'm playing with all these 20 and 30-year-olds. And they asked me, hey, Jen, Tuesday nights, we rostered you for our beach volleyball league. I'm like, you guys know I'm 50, right? Like, yeah, but you're still better than the other girl that plays because that was your second. I'm like, what do you drink? I'm like, what do you drink? I'm like, tequila. You know, I'm like, Rick, I'm on the beach volleyball team with it. Like, you know, it's like, where would ever I meet 20-year-old and 30-year-olds invite me to play beach? So you're right. It's so beyond pickleball. It's all, you know. And
even, but like, look at the younger kids, right? Like you said, you've got kids that play their own travel teams. Yeah, it's expensive, but there's always a metric attached to that competition. It's like kids aren't doing anything with no metric attached to them anymore.
Yeah,
it's like go play for fun. Go have fun.
Absolutely.
Just have fun. Like that is a concept I think that's being lost.
Yeah.
We found it again as adults.
Yeah. Right.
We found, you know, we're having fun again. We're playing again. We're doing everything that we did in our youth.
Yeah.
And the youth of today have no idea what they're missing out on. They don't know what it's like to have fun, just to have fun with no other metric attached to it. And I think that's sad.
Right. In my ethics classes, we talk about the need for third spaces, but it has to be a space that's non-adult looking over your shoulder, non-helicopter kids, non-travel league coaches telling you this is what I want to do, and a place to explore with less structure, right? It's not like you're in travel sports. So even the travel sports people, they're not getting what we had. And something is missing with that.
No, you're right. I think that's the next place to go. Yeah. You know, pickleball started with the old people and then it got down to the 20s and 30s. People come out of college tennis and
that's where it stopped.
Parks. And that's where it stopped. Yeah. And now we need like the kid in middle school that does not have a team and that's lonely. And, those kids, I mean, a lot of kids aren't really good. They don't make the team. Think about a
No.
basketball team in high school. It's 5 players.
Right. And it's like let's create this space for, it's like, it's not hard. You got one good eye and one good hand. You can play pickleball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard.
Wait, didn't you have a hurt leg and weren't you sick in Cincinnati and you got gold? I mean, if you're Lee, you can do that. Not everybody can do that.
No. It's you just hide it well so your opponents never see that you're hurt. But you're right. And it's like we've got to start creating these fun spaces again. It's like, look, I mean, I love playing on a Sunday morning round robin.
Lee, can you tell us a little bit more about the Game Changers platform that you created?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Game Changer events came about with Angela and I were discussing, and we're seeing this need about this, creating the space for the 40+ woman, right? Because let's face it, and you might, David, you might be empathetic to this. No, sympathetic, right? I don't think you can be empathetic because you're not a female. But women generally, sorry?
He lives with a couple.
He lives with a couple, so therefore he can be sympathetic, right? One is you can sympathize, but you can't empathize because you're not in their body, right? And you don't understand. Right. But if you think about it, society has dictated that, as women, we put ourselves 5th, 6th, or 7th on the ladder we put ourselves last. And pickleball is this space that you get to put yourself first for a couple of hours or a weekend camp or whatever it is, right? So we wanted to create this space for the 40+ women. We don't exclude guys, right? 40% of what we do is co-ed. But for the mainly, it was like creating the space for the 40+ women saying, hey, it's okay to come here. We know you have baggage, like you're lucky if you have carry-on because most of us have checked it. Right, and we've got multiple bags and excess baggage fees have been paid, right? And it's like our bodies are a shadow of what they used to be. Yeah. Right. They look familiar, but they're not feeling familiar. Our bodies are going through incredible changes. It's like conversations that we're not allowed to talk about. Right. Because, menopause, perimenopause, that is taboo. We're not supposed to talk about it. I mean, like, did you remember talking about it with your mom? No. We never had those conversations. It's like, well, let's have them. Let's create these spaces where you can have them and be okay and be like, hey, brain fog is real, And yeah, hot flashes are real. And for me, a hot flash now constitutes my warm up is done. Right. It's good. I'm ready to go. But it is. And it's just basically creating these spaces for women to just come and be themselves, choose themselves, be themselves, come play, and then leave with new friends and great memories. And then from there, I had this brainchild of like, well, how can we do it bigger? Because you can only affect 32 women or 64 women at a group at any given time, right? So it's like, it's a drop in the water. So then we created the Game Changer Academy, which is launching in the next couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about. And Jen is a part of it. And it's creating this online platform for women. And it's honestly, it's coaching for women by women, because you are a brilliant coach, David, and you can tell me A, B, and C, but my body will not move the same as yours because you are not a female body and your muscle mass is different and your strength zones are different to mine. And it's like, look, let's just understand the fact that men and women are fundamentally different. And let's create an academy for women by women to help the woman take up space on the court, play aggressively, do what she wants to do, and speak the language that she can understand. That's it. In a nutshell.
It's brilliant.
I've been serious for over 10 minutes now.
Well, okay.
That is very
stressful. A more serious question, because you are hilarious, and you are the #1 player and all those things. But, like we say, you never know what people are dealing with. You never when you say that about things, some people have a torn ACL or whatever, but you have a trigeminal neuralgia. You have had, I believe, 6 brain surgeries? 6
Yeah,
surgeries.
And they found my brain every single time.
They found
fantastic.
Get bigger, get smaller.
I think the more they go in there, then I think they take parts of it out.
I think it's pretty big. But I mean, in seriousness, that's big. That's tough. It's chronic.
It is.
It's dealing with a lot. I mean, we joke, but I work in medicine. That's a lot. Some people, that's it. They would never try. Obviously, there's times that's worse than others and things like that. But to play at the pro level, not just senior pro, you were a pro player. You were the MVP of the MLP, okay, a couple years ago. So that's resilience, that's heart, that's passion, that's playing through pain and a lot. And I commend you, because it's easy to you know, when people hurt, you know, I do not have a chronic illness. I've never dealt with that. I treat patients like that all the time. And kudos to you for playing like you do, having fun like you do, and being funny. I mean, you do not, you're joyous out there and you're hurting a lot of times. So how do you do that?
Yeah. You know, I like, honestly, look, I'm not gonna lie, I went through a really shit time, and it was like, I'm never gonna compete again and my life is over. And they've told me, you know, the last words the surgeon said to me before I left the hospital after the 6th operation was like, hey, the research isn't there, they're trying not to kill yourself. And off you go. You know, it's like,
Well, there's medicine for women again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. You know, what am I supposed to say? So, you know, it was one of those things, and it was like, look, the brain is a fantastic muscle that we exercise very, very poorly. So I thought if I could rework some neural pathways and kind of get my brain working in the way I needed it to work to be able to function in life and not be on any drugs, because I was on horrendous amounts of drugs for pain management and everything, and nothing was working, but it was affecting my body. So as a vegetable and not in pain and not being able to function, I was like, this is not a way to live. I'm like, I need to take control of my life. So I decided that, you know what, yes, I'm in pain, but I think I can get my body to my brain to a place of accepting of the pain and being able to deal with it and function. And it's, I think it's made me much less of a sympathetic person, to be honest. Because I'm like, oh, you have a headache? Great. You have a hangnail? Oh my God.
I think you're gonna,
you know,
yeah.
but no, look, a humor, like, look, my dad has a phenomenal sense of humor. I get my sense of humor from him. And to me, it's like, if I can look through the lens of humor,
Yeah.
and deal with whatever I'm dealing with, and reframe it with humor and positivity, then life is not so bad. And there's so much joy in the world, and there's so much good in the world, and there's so much good in people, that I just have to focus on that and not focus on the negative, even though that is the easiest road to take, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, I have to digress because special guest star.
Wow. That's awesome.
With your cute little matching sweatshirts.
Yes, always.
I didn't get the assignment, Dave. Sorry, I didn't wear my matching shirt.
We'll have to send it to you.
No, it's her and Dave.
Yeah, I love that.
We're bringing you some Game Changer to Chicago.
Yay!
Awesome. I'll wear one.
You got
Yes,
to
you will.
introduce Angela now, David.
Hi, David.
Well, as an added bonus, we now have Angela. She's award-winning photographer, conservationist, hilarious social media presence in her own right, and just an overall interesting person.
Co-founder of Game Changer.
Nice.
It keeps me in line.
Yeah, she is.
Makes me not get arrested.
Running a business behind this one.
She's a chaperone.
Totally. You guys are hilarious.
And she plays. You
Yes.
played with
Oh, I just
Primates
started
Pride in
playing. Yeah,
Cincinnati.
she convinced me.
You
It was
should play.
it was
You don't
crazy,
gotta
and it
watch.
was
You
crazy
should play.
fun. It was fun. I was driving myself nuts, but it was fun.
It is fun.
I have a whole
Just keep
new
doing it.
respect for you guys, though. I have to tell you.
Well, let me ask you this, Angela, like from a little bit of an insider outsider position, right? You might be uniquely qualified to kind of look upon the pickleball phenomena as a whole. You know, people love it. It also has its detractors, even its haters. It's almost cult-like. How do you view kind of the pickleball phenomenon?
You know, I think that it's the one thing that's been missing on the planet to connect people, given how divided the world is right now.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
I
I
love it.
really believe that it's a healing sport in its own way. You don't realize somebody else's story on the other side of that court, nor does it matter. But it brings people together, not knowing each other's stories, and maybe it creates a platform where we could actually start having real conversations. That's, I think, one of the core beauties of pickleball, to be honest.
I love that. I mean, whether you're in this bubble, or you're talking about kids, or you're working, whatever stage of life, when
Yep.
we get there, nobody's talking about
It doesn't
their
matter.
jobs. Nobody knows. There's all socioeconomic groups. There's all kinds of different everything. Nobody cares.
Yep.
They're like, did you see what on court 2? Did you see what that happened?
Yeah.
And we are. It's like I almost say sometimes my husband, like, they don't want to come to our. It's like taking someone to your class reunion. Like I
Yes.
do.
Yeah,
My husband's class
exactly.
reunion. He's kind of bored at the pickleball. You know, he's like, I came to one match. You know, is that good? You know, but we are kind of we're this weird
We're a
dysfunctional
We're a
family,
cult.
right?
I mean, and there's a little bit of cultishness in there, absolutely. But it's what
Maybe
makes
a little
it fantastic.
bit.
But it's also become the new Craigslist.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I need a plumber. Like, oh, I know somebody. Or hey, on court 3, Ralph is a plumber. And hey, Ralph. And all of a sudden, it's like, now I guess Ralph's coming home at 3:00. Great, But it's become this sort of, referral network as well.
Yeah, it's true. I
It-
mean,
Yeah,
I've been with
you
more
just go to
walks
your
of life.
teenagers and go, does anyone know like a, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just saying,
So
I've been with
fun.
more walks of life in the last 2 years than I think I ever have in my travels. Because as a conservation photographer, I'm isolated in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the bush, in a blind, waiting for the animal to come down a track, right? And
So
in the
cool.
pickleball world, there are so many nations being represented, so many languages being spoken, so many stories, so many careers. I mean, you name it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is its own ecosystem, I swear to God.
And then
It's so
to hear
awesome.
also how the stories how it's changed people's lives,
Yeah.
how it's given them a purpose or what it's done for them, right? And unfortunately, those don't make social media, right? The fight
No.
that broke out over the line call that went wrong,
Right.
and the person jumping the net and punching somebody or tossing the nasty Nelson, that makes social media. But the stories that are coming out of pickleball and how it's magically, like truly from a person who's lost their child or got divorced or relocated or whatever it is, right? Going through cancer. Like we taught at camp one time and this woman came up to me, come up to us afterwards, and she's like, you have no idea what I'm going through. I got the worst diagnosis before I came on this trip, and for the last 5 days on the court with you guys, I forgot that I was sick.
Yep.
Like you don't put a price. How do you put a price on that?
Yeah. And it was a terminal diagnosis.
Oh my God. And
Yeah.
she came, she's like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
going.
she came and she played and she thrived and she lived and she laughed. And she shared her story at the end with us. And it's
Wow.
all that mattered was that she was able to laugh again and have a really good time and not think about it.
I mean, and even at the US Open this year, this woman came up to us and she was, I'm not going to say her name, because I don't remember it now, but I do remember it. But she was in tears and she gave me a hug. And she's like, thank you for not hiding your relationship with Angela.
That's right.
And she goes, my son is a tennis player and he's gay and he's so afraid.
And he still has to hide.
Yeah. And she goes, so thank you. And it's like, what do you do to that? I don't think we realize that the platform that we all have, that we actually do affect people's lives, whether we realize it or not, for the good.
Yeah.
And it's pretty special that we get to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an honor,
absolutely.
to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except the one time I called Jen because I was flat on my back and she's like, yeah, I'm not at the venue. I can't help you. See you. Bye.
I was at the airport. I wish I would have been there.
That's some rando touching my back. Thanks, man. Thanks, Jen.
It's okay. We
I
were
thought,
like,
oh, good, I
was
could
screaming
beat
through
her
the
for once.
hallways.
That's what I thought. I'm just kidding. Probably not. She's still injured, She's like, yeah, I'll just drop shot Jen, Yeah, when you go like this, I should just, Dave, go.
Right?
Here comes that amazing.
No, I'll drop shot Dave. I won't drop shot you.
Well, we're on different teams this year, so it's gonna be fun. All right, let's
That's right.
get a little. But we won't get into that here.
No.
Okay, so a little fun segment called This or That. So just like whatever comes to your mind, quick. Both of you have to answer. You can answer differently. Answer for yourself. So, mixed or gender?
Mixed.
I'm going to say gendered.
Sorry, Angela Simon, gender.
Oh, yeah. I can play with you or Angela.
I was just texting Angela, but
No, I like them both.
so.
I just like the fastball. Okay,
And I only say
steak and
gendered
shrimp.
because, believe it or not, I've never played with a man.
Really?
She is
Ever.
first time in the English Open this year. She's
Yep, it'll be my first
Who are
time.
you gonna play with?
Sam
Sam.
Good
Sam Good.
Oh, that's gonna
out
be
of
fun.
Canada.
Why
Out of
can't you
Canada,
share, Jaime? Come on, Lee. You've had it for so long. Why don't you share?
I do not share well with others. Hello.
Okay, really, I have to digress real quick. Cincinnati a year ago, my good buddy Clara, she played at the same college tennis place I did. She's awesome, Clara Nowak. We're sitting there. Angela's injured. Lee's walking around with beer. Clara goes, listen, Jen, let's rock, scissors, paper. One of us should play if Lee went well. She needs a partner. Did you hear that? I'm like, yeah, one of us should play. And I wanted to give it to Claire, but I want her to give it to me. And we're like this. We're like, No, Claire's like, no, Jen, we drove up together. We should play together. You know, we lost in the bronze medal.
I needed a partner. I was
One of
asking
us should have
everybody.
taken you. I should have given it to Claire. It's her opening senior pro event. We're teammates from college tennis.
No, we should have
lost
played.
the bronze. I know.
Yeah,
We
you
should
should
have
have played.
played.
I know. I should have said, Claire, come on. I'm older than you.
Right?
So that was funny. Okay, so I digress. Back to this or that. Okay, drive or drop?
Drop.
Drop.
Oh, good choice. Go out or stay in?
Stay in.
Stay in.
Yeah. Window or aisle on a plane?
Aisle.
No, you're not.
Oh,
You're
I'm
always
window.
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 Aisle.
No,
Sorry.
I'm window. Hello.
She's
I'm
right.
window, and I always give up window, and I get to take aisle.
Just come back.
Yeah, I mean, aisle, you don't have to
He's
bother
like,
people.
aisle. I'm like, no, you're not.
I
Aisle.
usually sit aisle, but it's window recently.
Window.
True.
Yeah, you can sleep. Okay, dog or cat?
Dog.
Oh, yeah. Country or rock music?
Rock.
Country rock.
Ooh.
You have to give up alcohol or dessert for a year.
Dessert.
Yeah, goodbye ice cream.
Yeah.
Dave doesn't drink, so that's, easy for
Dave
him.
is like, I'll give up alcohol. No problem.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
exactly. He
No
likes
worries.
the sweets. Angela, what's your answer?
I'm going to say dessert.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Yeah.
LA or New York?
New York. I love LA. Gave me my life, but man, New York is beautiful.
It's so vibrant.
Now,
New York
I have a
is-
third option.
Austin.
No,
I know the third
I'll
option.
say New York
Chicago.
because it's culture.
I'm going to say New York
Yeah.
too.
LA is. I
LA's a
think-
melting pot.
but there's a lot of traffic, and the public transportation system sucks. But you can get around New York a lot
But we
easier.
have Hollywood.
I should have said California. I should have said
New York
West
is
Coast,
Broadway.
East Coast.
It's true.
I would
Do you
pick
have any?
Broadway over Hollywood anytime.
Okay, yeah.
But California beaches over Broadway.
I think
But
California's the
that's
best
like saying,
state.
do
So
you
I
like-
love
Hard to
California.
choose.
No, that's like
No.
saying you can't say California beaches over Broadway. That's like saying,
There's no
do
beaches
you
in New
like
York.
socks or sushi? Like,
You can't compare our beaches.
Concrete jungle or amazing beaches and wineries. Yeah. Dave, you have any?
okay, fine, beaches
Yeah.
and winery. I mean, look, I don't want to choose. I don't like that question. Next question. I just
Yeah, next. Come on, Dave. You got
I've been
to come.
advised on council.
yeah, Jen, she doesn't like that question. What's the next question?
I asked you to come up with a few. Come on, you got to do something. You're the PhD.
I ask all the serious questions. You call them the boring questions, but I ask the serious questions and you ask the fun questions.
You got to try to be funny.
I
once in a
can't be
while, Dave.
fun.
Come on, you
That's
can do
like-
it.
Can't be fun.
Come on, you can. You can.
Do any of you have a dream celebrity partner in honor of the Dink movie that just came out?
Oh, there's a good one.
I'm playing with mine.
Oh, whatever. You're like,
Oh, you mean Weinbach?
No, he was like 32 in the world. He was a
Weinbach.
celeb.
Wait, who? You playing with?
No, you know what? I would love to play with Fed,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I played with Federer in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh.
What
What female from women's?
I get to play with mine all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
so sweet.
Did that sound believable?
I think so.
Okay, good. I don't know. Who would you play with, female?
All right, wait, like Lee, Jen and I both have the same dream partner. Can you
Male.
guess who it is? It's a former male professional tennis player.
Federer,
Nope, older.
Older.
Pancho Segura.
I had pictures of him
Not
on my
that
wall
old.
in the 80s. I had
Not
like
that
a
old.
poster in on my wall. In the 80s.
Denim shorts, neon
I see.
trim.
Yes.
Yes, that's like both our celebrity dream partners.
Oh, wow.
We
Yeah.
can make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've played next to him. I've talked to him when I was in Vegas, but I didn't actually get to play with him. So that's my.
Maybe you play against him this year. Who knows?
Oh, that would be nice.
We'll see. We'll see what Daniel Gold and the Vegas headliners can bring out for this season. So we'll see. What are you most excited about for the season, and are there any concerns?
There's loads of concerns. Like, do I have enough duct tape to keep my body together? That's a major concern of mine. Like, I have to go for an oil change every 5 miles these days. What are we excited about? We're excited about what we're building. We got a few announcements to be able to come in. We're
Okay,
launching
let's hear it.
that can be public knowledge now. We've been working on it for a while and had a couple of setbacks, but we're full steam ahead. And then we've got a couple of other announcements coming up that we should be.
Yeah,
We should be
announcing it in the
excited
next
about. We are
month.
excited.
You
You
what?
should be excited about it. Damn it!
Okay, do you get to announce it here, or do we have to wait?
You have to wait. So maybe we
Okay.
can give you a 5-second clip in Chicago that you can break the news.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
But no, like we got some events coming up, and like honestly, we're just curious. I think we're excited about doing what we're doing and keeping building communities and growing pickleball internationally as well as here, right? And just being that place that people come, hang out, have fun, and forget about their shit for a hot minute, because we all have it.
Yeah, I mean, and we're global now. We're not just in the U.S. We're in U.S., Canada, Gibraltar, Spain, Finland.
Yeah, we're going to
England.
Finland in November.
I
Oh, that's
mean-
amazing.
We're probably in, I'm going to say, in total, 15 countries now.
That's incredible, right?
Yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah.
Amazing.
But that, I mean, that speaks to what pickleball's done, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of this unique connector. And I love looking on Facebook and people go, hey, I'm heading to the UK, where can I play pickleball? Or I'm heading to Austin, where can I play? Or I'm heading here. It's fun to see.
Well, you've seen glimpses. I think that's a perfect ending spot. You've seen the brilliance of Lee talking about her life as pickleball's connector. Angela's talked about the great things that pickleball can do and what she's done with her life and her photography. We talked about pickleball creating a space for all ages that's desperately needed. We talked about being partners in life, business, on and off the court, with your best friend on a podcast and your best friend playing together. So I think that's very well said. It was an honor having you two on. Thanks for being on. Thanks to our listeners for listening and watching. Our viewership is taking off quite nicely, and be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys. It was awesome.
Thanks for
And we'll
having
see you
us.
in 1
Thank
week.
you.
Yes,
Yes.
can't wait.
Can't wait to see you guys play.
We'll have to do a live from Chicago.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we can even add some stuff in or something like
You
that.
got it.
so.
You got to follow their Instagram. It's hilarious.
Right. No, you two are great. I literally had 20 questions I could have asked you, like, because you could just go on and on. You're both so interesting.
Thank you so much.
No,
Thank you,
thank you
guys.
for having us, for sure.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
So-
Bye-bye.
Okay.
See you next week.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.